Hi, this is Gary with MacMost Now. On today's episode, let's take a look at the new iPod Nano. So this is the 6th generation of the iPod Nano, and it's a radical change from the 5th generation. The entire form factor is different. It's a smaller, square device, and the feature set is very different as well. Let's take a look. So let's start by taking a look at the new features, and the biggest one, of course, is the touchscreen. Gone are the physical controls and the separate screen, and it's all combined now in one touchscreen. This has an app-like interface, so you tap on the icons to do various things, like play songs or go to the FM radio, that kind of thing. But it's not iOS. It is just kind of this iPod operating system that is completely separate from the iPhone and iPod Touch. It's very small and light. It's the tiniest iPod Nano. It's almost as small as the Shuffle, in fact, at this point. And it's got a clip-on, so you can clip it to your clothing. It'll be interesting to see if case manufacturers even bother to make a case for this, because the clip on the back will make that difficult. Let's look at existing features. So these are things that were on the 5th generation that are still there. One is FM radio, and not just regular FM radio. You can pause FM radio like you can with a DVR and basically skip forward past commercials if you've saved up enough time. It also shows you song names and station names, any data transmitted by the station. It's got the pedometer, and it can also work with the Nike Plus accessories. You can sync your photos and view photos and photo slideshows on here, and also use adapters to output that to TV sets. You also have your Genius playlists. They work on here, and you can also build your own playlist, and a little bit better functionality than the previous on-the-go building of playlists. You can actually visually see these now, kind of like you can with the iPhone and iPod Touch. So here are things that were on the 5th generation Nano, and they're no longer on the 6th generation. There's no video playback at all. You can't see any videos on the screen, although things like podcasts that are videos do play back as audio. There's no video camera. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I liked it. It was a nice standard definition camera on a really tiny device, which made it very useful. But it's completely gone, and with it is the mic that was not only used for videos, but was also used for audio notes. You can still do audio recording with a set of earbuds that has a microphone, though. Gone's also the speaker, and I found this very useful for listening to podcasts and other spoken word in quiet rooms. Gone is also the neat search functionality that was on the previous Nano. And with the new one, you get a very basic set of earbuds. So even though you can use things like volume controls, pause, and even the microphone on this Nano, the earbuds don't come with them. You'll have to buy a separate set of earbuds or use your old set if you still have them. So the clock on the Nano is kind of interesting. You can set it to show the clock whenever it wakes up. So you can basically use it as a watch if you strap it onto your wrist. I don't see people doing that. I see people putting that on their backpack straps, though. And even though this is a really kind of dumb feature, it turns out to be incredibly interesting and useful, and it might be one of those little cool things that gets people to buy the new Nano. I think if you look at what's missing from the 6th generation Nano, and you look at the new iPod Touch, I think it's pretty clear that the upgrade from the 5th generation Nano is to the iPod Touch, not to the 6th generation Nano. And I think that's what Apple wants you to do. I mean, it's not that much of a price jump from $149 to $229 to go to the iPod Touch, and you get everything and the App Store and a whole lot more. I don't see anybody going from the 5th generation Nano to the 6th generation Nano. Maybe if you have a much older one or a much older iPod, or this is your first iPod, it will be a decent one. I think it's a neat device, but the biggest problem is price. Pricing it at the same level as the much more capable previous Nano was a mistake. Maybe in the future Apple will drop the price. They haven't been doing that very much, but it's possible that they could. I could see this being a really attractive device at about $99, not $149. So there's my look at the 6th generation iPod Nano. Till next time, this is Gary with MacMost Now.